here at Weldon Road, Castleford. Tremendous vocal support and plenty of St Helens bodies here, there's no danger. The Saints team for this afternoon: number 1 Connolly, 2 Hunt, 3 Beavers, 4 Laughlin, 5 Quirk, 6 Frodsham, 7 Divine, 8 Bateman, 9 Groves, 10 Mann, 11 Farber, 12 Haggerty, 13 Cooper, substitute 14 Bailey and 15 Mark Bourneville. And what a difference a few days can make. And Wigan should have played here on Wednesday night, and Saints at Nosey Road, and with the snowstorm and the damage to the stand at Nosey Road and the weather paid to Wigan's fixture here. But a nice, well, warmish, but the sun's out and what have you, so we look forward to an exciting game. The Castleford side: number 1 Larder, 2 St John Ellis, 3 Irwin, 4 Anderson, 5 Flange, 6 Stedman, 7 French, 8 Ward, 9 Kevin Beardmore, 10 Sampson, 11 Batty, 12 Hardy, 13 Joyner with substitute 14 Graham Southernwood and 15 England. Referee for today, Robin Whitfield. Just before the teams emerged, Robin Whitfield came out and was greeted with a cheer from this side, opposite the main stand, where our commentary position is. He's coming over here again. A very popular figure, as you can see. He's just limbering up there. He's in charge of the semi-final at Manchester Old Trafford on Saturday, so he'll be used to us after today, no doubt. So both captains there, loose forward, Shane Cooper for Saints, John Joyner, the veteran campaigner for Castleford, and Castleford will be looking to put some revenge into this afternoon's performance. The Saints have beat them in the preliminary round of the Challenge Cup at Nosey Road by 39 points to 12, and that put Saints on the way. They've never lost since. That's 9 wins on the trot, looking for the 10th this afternoon. And equally, Saints will be hoping that Castleford don't pull off the league double over them. They won, Castleford won at Nosey Road by 26 points to 24. A late Saints revival brought them back in the hunt, but they just couldn't finish, and Castleford come away with the 2 points. One of only 5 league victories for the Saints. Anyway, referee Whitfielder, centre field. Ballsy whistle, get things underway. Saints playing up to the Weldon Road end in the first half. Most of the partisan Castleford supporters are in that stand at the end. But they're in possession. It's Ward, just outside his own 25. Solid tackling, Roy Haggerty there, Paul Groves quickly in. And it's Steve Larder from full-back, attacking half-back. Castleford moving it left. Jeff Hardy, Australian, he came via Sheffield Eagles. But Castleford kick downfield, Sean Devine takes it well. Castleford has to wait and give Devine the 5 yards. The Saints just outside their own 25. George Mann shrugs one tackle off, looking to release. He couldn't release it there. But extra Castleford personnel come in. John Joyner, one of them, with Sean Irwin, and the other second rower, Neil Batty. Andy Bateman back in the Saints ranks after suffering rib damage at Salford. He's still got his ribs strapped up, but there's Farber, man of the match against Whitehaven in the Silk Cut Challenge Cup 3rd round. But Devine, he just loses his foot in Whitehaven. Castleford move up very quickly. 6th and final tackle. Groves chips through. It's the referee. Plays allowed to go on. Inside to Cooper. Last tackle it is. Cooper will have to get shut. Oh, he has to take the tackle. He did touch referee Whitfield there, but he allowed play to go on. And it's putting the pressure on, and Paul Groves nearly getting them underway. Shane Cooper couldn't release the ball to his left. 3 men on his left, but they couldn't release it. Saints penalised for an infringement at the play of the ball. So Castleford come up with the first penalty of the game after just 2 minutes play. Deep kick crossfield to the main stand side here at Weldon Road. Touch is found 10 yards inside the Saints half. Dean Sampson, big blonde-haired prop forward, moves upfield, and Saints come in numbers to tackle him. French onto Ward. Haggerty in the tackle there with Shane Cooper and Paul Groves, and it's Castleford trying to work it to the right. Graham Steadman, elusive character, they've got to get in and get him. He can create some gaps in the opposition's defence. Transferred from Featherstone Rovers earlier on in the season. You've got to get in and make the tackles count on this man. Terrific playmaker. No doubt him and veteran campaigner John Joyner will try to get things underway for Castleford. There's Joyner. Little chip kick through. Comes off the left centre. Well, is it all on? It's allowed to go. And Neil Batty touches down. An early score for Castleford. So John Joyner, just as I was saying, you'll have to watch this character. He brought it over to the right, he chipped it through. Grant Anderson chipped it forward again, and Neil Batty was there to touch down. About 15 yards to the right of the sticks. So early points for Castleford just after 3 minutes. Batty goes over, and it's 4 points to nil at present in Castleford's favour. Steadman now on the on the 25-yard line there. Looks as though it's gone to the right. No, it's gone between the sticks. I thought it was going to come to the right, but Steadman converts the try. Puts Castleford in a 6-0 lead. Early point for Cass after Joyner had grubbered through there. So Darren van der Velde, he'll be pleased at present with his troops. And no doubt Mike McClellan, it's early days yet, there's only 3 minutes gone and anything can happen. But Saints kick off. St. John Ellis sets it in his in-goal area. Quite friendly with Tony Kay, I believe, St. John Ellis. And Paul Groves, but Castleford are in possession just outside their own, just inside their own 25. Sampson trying to make headway, but no way through for him. Saints will have to move up quickly as French kicks downfield. Gary Connolly, well positioned, gathers it on his own 25-yard line. Brings it blindside, and Batty, the try scorer, comes in and completes the tackle. Les Quirk at dummy half. No way through for Quirk there. The ball will have to be spread to the right, but it's Groves taking up the accustomed acting half-back position. Moves it right. Shane Cooper onto Tommy Frodsham now. Into space. Oh, Frodsham thought he'd burst through the gap there. It emerged, but Steadman closed him down. £145,000 buy, I think he was, from Featherstone with Steadman. But Paul Farber moving upfield. Divine. Cooper spreads it out to Phil Vevers. He brings it back inside. George Mann releases it again, but it's touched by Beardmore. Knocks it in the air, intercepts it. It's just been taken off guard there, and Castleford back in possession. Batty now into space. Farber brings off the tackle. Castleford are in the Saints 25. Saints penalised for moving up in an offside position. I think it's either Paul Loughlin or Les Quirk that is penalised. Castleford take a quick tap, and they're only about 2 or 3 yards short of the Saints try line. Beardmore at dummy half. Out to French along the line to Steadman. Tackling the last account. Have to get in and close him down straight away. Force the man back. Finally bundled to the ground. Haggerty, Bateman and Divine in the tackle. Beardmore again. Castleford being given a bit of breathing space. Back to French. Frodsham closes him down. On to Ward now. Block busting forward. On to Sampson. Castleford on the charge again. Must be about the 5th tackle, that. No sign from the referee. Steadman grubbers through. Well taken by Gary Connolly. Well positioned on the far side as Steadman kicks through. Got a penalty to the Saints there. Well, whether that signifies a trip or whatever, I don't know. He's patting his knee. Whether there was actually a foot up. Mustn't have considered it was a trip, but Saints are awarded the penalty. And fine touch, good kick there. And fine touch 5 yards inside the Castleford half. Saints' first penalty of the afternoon, but touched the Castleford hand. So it's going to be Saints feed. Sean Devine with the ball in his hands there, just at the back of the scrum there with referee Whitfield. First scrum of this afternoon's match. Both packs just going into the scrum. Devine feeds. The Castleford push and the scrum collapses. So referee Whitfield, he'll order that scrum to be reformed. So it's Devine again. Is it on the far side? It seems, well, it comes out Saints side this time. But penalises Sean Devine for feeding at the second attempt. Yes, feeding is the indication there by referee Whitfield. Usually good with his signs, indications and what have you. So after 8 minutes play, it's 6-0 in Castleford's favour. Castleford taking the penalties by 3-1. And Castleford in possession with Sampson charging into the Saints 25-yard area. Beavers in at the tackle. On to Ward. International Pac-Man Ward, but has the ball wrenched from his hands. Puts Saints on the charge, and it's Bateman hurling up the main stand side. Puts Saints back in possession as the Saints vocal choir below us gets into form. Let's just hope they can get behind them. Only 6 points in arrears. Cooper along the line, misses out a couple, onto Haggerty, sidesteps inside, tremendous sidestep, inside ball to Beavers, but it's just knocked on. Just touched Phil Beavers' fingers and goes to ground, but it's Haggerty there, carved them up in the centre. Tremendous sidestep off one foot and then inside, flicked the ball to Beavers. Just couldn't take it. So another scrum, but it's Castleford feed this time. Gary French. Saints crowd cry for feeding, but referee Whitfield's having none. It's Castleford in possession, 10 yards inside the Saints half, spreading it right. Batty, Neil Batty now. Groves and George Mann bring him to ground. Kevin Beardmore at acting halfback. Brings it to the right, on to Jeff Hardy. Solid tackling as well. That's going to be the name of the game. Tattling's going to be count this afternoon. You've got to watch these men. Little chip kick through there from Gary French. Connolly did well. It bounced awkwardly for him. He had to turn round. He took it cleanly. He took a knock in the tackle there, just outside his own try line. But the Saints physio has to come on to treat Connolly. He's got up to his feet. George Mann now taking it crossfield. The Castleford forwards bounding in, completing the tackle. Groves on to Bateman. 10 yards away from their own line now, the Saints. Got to spread it clear. Castleford will try to press up on them. Paul Forber coming in, another forward charge, but solid tackling. Sixth and final tackle signified there. The ball to Loughlin. He's under pressure there when he had to kick it up. Well, has it touched the ground? It must be a knock-on, surely. Well, he said he's not giving 5 yards, but the man went to ground. The ball touched the floor, surely it's in the field of play. It should have been a knock-on, in my opinion, as Larder went down. But he's penalised the Saints for encroaching on the 5 yards. He gives Castleford the penalty. And it's Stedman with the ball in his hands to find touch on the main stand side. He does so 5 yards inside the Saints 25, so it's Castleford putting a tremendous amount of pressure on the Saints in these early minutes. 11 and a half minutes gone. Ward, tremendous head of steam he builds up there in making his efforts to try and get over the Saints line. On to Hardy. Haggerty's with him, but they leave Haggerty to tackle him on his own. Beardmore brings it right, looking for the gap. Solid tackling. Connolly came in there, tremendous tackle, shoulder in and pushed Beardmore back. French looking for the gap. On to Joyner, back to now. On to Stedman. Well, Stedman sided his way through the Saints defence. Back to where the ball was originally played from. And it's Beardmore again, bringing it right. Quick hands, on to Ward. Releases it to Batty. Out to, well, Saints have come up with possession. Shane Cooper in there quickly. Well, Castleford penalised for moving up offside on the referee's left. And an ironic cheer from the partisan Saints crowd. Loughlin finds touch over on our side. Just 10 yards outside their own 25. Groves plays it on to George Mann. Blockbusting Kiwi forward. Saints now is George Mann, Shane Cooper and Mark Boneville, who signed. All the Kiwis. And we've had more play than we did the other night at Nosey Road. Short ball from Cooper onto Farber. Just had his ankles tapped there and went down. But it's Cooper again, getting things underway, moving it to the right. Frodsham onto George Mann. Well, he was tackled a little high, he lost possession. And Stedman comes up with it, but Castleford back on the charge. David Plange coming in for a bit of action, and George Mann clamps him and bangs him to the ground for his trouble. And he doesn't like it either, does he? George Mann in again. Plange at dummy half. Excuse me. Castleford in possession. Joyner and French working a loop movement. On to Hardy. Overlap there for Castleford. On to St. John Ellis. Can he get into the corner? No. Tremendous three-man tackle from the Saints. Bungle him in at the corner. Whether your view is obstructed, I don't know. It's we have another camera just to our right here. But tremendous tackling from the Saints as Castleford with a three-man overlap. And St. John Ellis hurrying down to this right-hand corner, but he was bundled into touch. Saints to feed, and Castleford are penalised. Well, not parting before going into the scrum is the indication by referee Whitfield as Saints find touch and come back up towards the halfway line. Loughlin from the top, kicks it up, trying to keep Castleford in their own 25-yard area. Groves completes the tackle, Cooper closed him down, and Saints have got to try and put pressure on Castleford, hold them in their own 25. But referee Whitfield, eagle-eyed Whitfield, moves up and catches Phil Beavers, I think it is this time. Offside. So Castleford awarded another penalty. 5 penalties to 3. Quarter of an hour gone, 6 points to 0 the score. And Castleford move upfield with further yardage from that kick. Beardmore onto Ward. Takes some pulling down this Ward for the game. I think it was the cup game against Castleford at Nosey Road when the Saints played. I think Ward was dropped, but he's not a player to be dropped. He only has had a few injury problems. On to Jeff Hardy. Frodsham and Devine crunching to the ground, but it's 10 yards from their own line. Joyner, Castleford on the charge. Out to St. John Ellis again. He's brought down just short, but Castleford move it very quickly. He wants to play it now, quick play the ball, only inches short. Sean Irwin trying to scamper in. Saints defence holds firm, 6th and final tackle there, signified by referee Whitfield's outstretched arm. On to Stedman, chip and run. Alan Hunt, is it? First touch, but he's taken in his in-goal area. Tried to run it out, but Castleford putting all the pressure on. Saints kick off, and Shane Cooper, well, it's only got to go 10 yards, hasn't it? They drop out quick, and that's Saints catching Castleford on the hop, and Saints in possession. George Mann on to Alan Hunt, but a solid tackle from David Plange on Hunt. It was a lofted ball, and as Hunt had to wait for it to drop into his arms, Plange came in and completed the tackle at the same time. Beavers, Cooper on to Farber. Frodsham on his left, but Farber couldn't release it. Wants to get up quickly and play the ball. Hardy's taking a knock in the tackle. Cooper on to Haggerty. Well, a little high off John Joyner, but he releases it to Cooper. Out to Paul Loughlin. Inside ball to Les Quirk. Snatches at it, but takes it. Quirk's into space. Oh, hands him off. Tremendous run from Quirk. Inside ball. Yes, Devine's got it. Oh, forward pass getting. Well, he had to think about that, didn't he, referee Whitfield? Saints supporters don't like it, but Saints move upfield. 50 or 60 yards there. And Loughlin fed it inside to Quirk, and he showed his pace. a diagonal run and then fed it inside, but the final pass was ruled forward. Castleford to feed. French feeds and comes up with possession. Cooper breaks quickly from the scrum and clamps him. Best bit of rugby we've seen from the Saints so far this afternoon. I mean, it has been all Castleford ball, and Saints have done a hell of a lot of defending in these opening 17 minutes. Larder breaking quickly, brought down midway between his own 25 and the halfway line. Groves complete the tackle. Castleford move it to the right. On to Batty. Cooper closes him down. Loughlin comes in, releases it. Haggerty picks the loose ball up. Inside ball to Cooper. On again to Les Quirk. French just manages to grab him. Saints on the charge now. First time we've been in possession in the Castleford 25. Cooper attacking half-back. Saints move it right. Frodsham, Divine, along the line. Loughlin missed out. Oh, unlucky there. He missed out a couple of Saints players, but Alan Hunt has the ball, has he? Has the knock-on been ruled? Yes, a knock-on, I think, by Alan Hunt on the far side. Philby was up to release it quickly. He did so, but Alan Hunt knocked it on. Scrum down just 10 yards outside the Castleford 25, yes, with Castleford feed, French to feed. Just one clean scrum, and that going Castleford way. That's the second one, though. Larder coming up in the line. Castleford breaking quickly. Oh, super tackle from Connolly on his opposite full-back Larder. Grant Anderson trying to scamper through centre field. The game's just warming up now, isn't it? And we're nearly halfway through the first half. The score still 6-0. The ball with French. Positional kicking down there, and a good kick from French, but it hasn't found touch. Bouncing field. Connolly comes in, gathers it safely, but Hardy moves in quickly, closes him down. Hunt now from acting half-back. Castleford move up exceptionally quickly. And Saints will have to spread it. Hopefully let the ball do the work. George Mann drives up centre field. Groves. Dummies one way, moves to the right. Lost it out to Alan Hunt. Just can't evade David Plange on the far side. Moves in quickly to close Saints down. Haggerty now. In his testimonial season, Roy Haggerty. Hopefully I'll be able to give you on the forthcoming videos a list of Haggerty's testimonial fixtures and what have you. The things that are going on for him. But the ball back to Paul Loughlin. Tremendous kick upfield. Does it find touch? It does. I think it was Sean Irwin on the far side. Just couldn't stop that ball bouncing into touch. But it's going to be a Castleford feed. But the scrum is midway between the Castleford 25. No, it's about 5 yards outside the Castleford 25. I didn't realise he'd moved so far upfield. But it's French to feed. Castleford come up with possession. Along the line now. Larder tries to straighten up. He does. He creates the gap. Connolly moves in. Anderson on to St. John Ellis again, but Quirk has him. St. John Ellis manages to get his kick through. Connolly takes it in the in-goal area. And Castleford putting the pressure on the Saints again. He did well there, St. John Ellis. Quirk was coming in. There was no doubt that Quirk was going to tackle him, but he got his kick away. So Saints are forced to drop out from between the sticks, and no doubt they'll be looking for the short ball this time. But Loughlin keeps it low. Jeff Hardy gathers it safely. Cooper, Frodsham. Well, Frodsham moves in. He pushes Tommy Frodsham out of the way, but Cooper and Divine complete the tackle. Sean Irwin from acting half-back, trying to scamper through. No way through for him. Beardmore on to Ward. Big solid lad, must be about 16, 17 stone. He takes some pulling down in full flight. Beardmore, Castleford move it left. On to French, on to Stedman. Short ball to Batty. Only Connolly to beat. Well, there's support there from Sampson. And he scampers in there. Connolly completed the tackle. But Sampson was backing up, and that extends Castleford's lead. Sampson goes in. He backs up well there. Batty looks as though he's going in for his second, but he flicks it round. Dean Sampson backing up, and he just really had to fall over the line. 10 points to 0 in Castleford's favour. They're at the wrong end of the Stones Bitter League Championship table. Saints are third, having just lost 5, one of them to Castleford at Knowsley Road. But Steadman, just a formality surely for him, right in front of the sticks. Strikes it well, and Castleford with a 12-point cushion and 18 minutes of the first half to go. All they've got to concentrate on is the league of Castleford, since Saints knocked them out in the preliminary round of the Challenge Cup. But they've had their ups and downs. They're looking to avoid relegation at present. So it's Loughlin to kick off. St. John Ellis stops it with his boot, gathers it safely, comes in, and Paul Farber and Andy Bateman there to greet him. Beardmore on to Ward, comes running from deep, but Farber and Haggerty, Tatoo's duo, complete the tackle. Ward doesn't like it, but he'll have to lump it. Beardmore scamping through from acting halfback. Farber in again. Good player this Farber, as I said, man of the match against Whitehaven. And when they showed the highlights there on Sports Week, Rob McCaffrey, he likened Paul Farber to Blue Toe. Well, it's all right for him. I have to come here every week. He only comes when Granada televise it, so no doubt Paul will have a few words with him as we're on the telly in a couple of weeks against Wakefield. What a tremendous player, Farber. Beavers at dummy half, on to Alan Hunt. Tried to scamper through the gap, but Castleford tackling, holding firm. Groves on to Bateman, runs straight, but three-man reception committee brings Bateman down right on the halfway line. Well, Ward there on referee Whitfield's right, he's in front of him. Haggerty looking for support, unlucky there. Referee Whitfield looks at the touch judge, but nothing off him there. Looks like a bit of obstruction in centre field, but it's Frodsham looking for support again, but the ball's wrenched from his hands, and Dean Sampson comes up with possession. Steadman breaks quickly onto French, over on the far side. Grant Anderson, Cooper kicks it through onto Flange. Cooper completes the tackle. Is the man forced into touch? No, inches short. The tackle count will be waved clean. On to Jeff Hardy. States moving quickly. Well, the tackling there just going a little amiss. And Castleford breaking. It's Steadman. Well, he's just scampering through there. The Castleford support having something to cheer about. As States tackling there, it's just been a little lax at present. And Ward there driving up to the Saints 25. Sampson from acting halfback. Short ball to Beardmore. Well, it looked high, but I think it was round the jersey. Made it look worse than it was. But no doubt he'll have a few minutes on the floor, like while referee Whitfield there. The penalty has been awarded. Maybe he just got his fingers stuck in his headband and brought him down. But the penalty has been awarded, and no doubt Steadman will convert it into points as he's virtually in front of the sticks, perhaps just a few yards to the right. But Beardmore there scampering through, he was brought down. I think he made it look worse than it actually was. Anyway, while Steadman's getting ready, if I can wish Jimmy Thompson from Waterdale Crescent a happy birthday. He's a youthful 48 today. Well, that's what his wife tells me anyway. And if I can give a mention also to the couple with the golden zimmers, Bill and Joyce Onion, and the old folks on the hill, Ken and Bet Dixon, who are friends. Well, they used to be friends, perhaps, of Jimmy, but he's 48 today, and we'd like to wish him many happy returns. But it's Steadman now. Shouldn't have any problem. He'll extend Castleford's lead to 14 points to 0. Yes, bangs it right between the sticks. 27 minutes gone. 27 minutes gone, 14 points to nil. Hope it's not going to be a repeat of last season's tie here at Weldon Road. Saints went down to a 46 points to 12 defeat. We had referee Whitfield that day, and at least 18 of those points shouldn't have been, because referee Whitfield wasn't up with play and a couple of double movements and what have you. But there is 16 points, 14 points to nil. I don't want to make it worse than it is. 14 points to nil lead, and looking good value for the lead at present. Saints tackling will have to be tightened up. But the ball being lost there, the ball being lost there in the tackle. The Castleford man losing it as he went to get up to play it. Referee Whitfield having to look for the judgment to his touch judge just below us. A scrum down is ordered. It's a Saints feed, and a chance now for, hopefully, Saints to win the ball from the scrum and then capitalise on it. Devine on to Loughlin, moving over to the right. Saints come up with the ball, move it quickly. That's the first ball they won from the scrum this afternoon. Andy Bateman steaming through. About 8 yards short now, and Saints have got to get points on the board now. Trailing by 14 points to nil. Along the line, Haggerty. Off wall, tremendous sidestep. Driving up to the line, just about 6 feet short. Castleford being urged back onside. Frodsham, Saints move it right. Cooper onto Loughlin. It must be in at the corner. Yes. Oh, crossing has been given, has it? Crossing been given? Yes, crossing's been given there. Just 10 yards short of the Castleford line, so Saints penalised. Looks a lovely movement there. Well, I just hope he's paying attention this Saturday when we play Wigan, because Wigan are quite renowned for doing a bit of crossing, and they just didn't get picked up last time when we played at Central Park. So it's referee Whitfield, and let's hope he can keep his eye on it. Castleford making a substitution there. Number 14, Graham Southernwood, coming on for number 4 is Grant Anderson. Castleford awarded the penalty, and Sampson there driving up to the halfway line. Just over 10 minutes, oh, beg your pardon, it's number 15 that's come on. It's Keith England. That's an extra forward power. Oh, lovely ball from Ward onto Beardmore. Saints forced to do some tackling again, and plenty of pressure from Castleford on the Saints. They move it quickly along the line. The ball from Sean Irwin. It wasn't a clean ball, and Saints come up with it. Roy Haggerty intercepts it there. On to Farber, driving up centre field. Steadman in at the tackle with Kevin Ward. It's Frodsham. Saints moving it right. Floated ball to Andy Bateman. Keith England, as I say, he's a tremendous forward, is England. Blockbusting forward. Roy Haggerty, oh, lovely ball to Frodsham. Side steps inside, just leaves his foot in. All on ruled as Cooper, well, he tried to, well, it's a knock on. Beardmore knocks on. As Cooper tried to get it underway, kicking it to the right. As the ball had just gone to ground, but it hadn't been knocked on. Referee Whitfield signified play, he waved play on. But Beardmore there, he went down for that loose ball he knocked on. He took a knock in that movement as well. The Castleford physio comes on, and referee Whitfield just waiting for Beardmore, with him being the hooker, to receive the treatment before play to restart. Well, he's up and about there, takes his position in the pack, and it's Devine to feed. Devine gets possession, feeds it onto Frodsham. Has to take the tackle though. Castleford moving exceptionally quickly. That's only the second scrum. Saints awarded a penalty there. Cooper takes it quickly, but referee Whitfield, he's not having any. Cooper took it very quickly there as Castleford had been penalised. It looked like a bit of a trip. Well, he's foot up again. That's twice he's indicated foot up, but whether it's a trip or what, I don't know what sort of a signal that is. But if it's a trip, he should be having his bath by now. But Saints kick upfield, just outside the Castleford 25-yard area. Cooper onto George Mann. Release it to Cooper, quick hands onto Farber. Just losing his foot in there, unlucky. But Saints now, they'll have to put something together. 1 point on the board. Frodsham. Well, certainly the tackling there from Kevin Ward looking a little enthusiastic as he tried to release his head from the rest of his body. But it's Divine inside to Connolly. Cooper inside to Farber, gives the dummy, release it to Haggerty, off one foot. Oh, I thought he was going to give it Paul Loughlin, but he has to take the tackle. 12 yards now. Well, it's Ward again, he's having a go at Haggerty on the floor. He's not being penalised, and it's Groves, does a pirouette and goes forward. Sixth and final tackle now, Saints will have to run it. 8 minutes of the half remaining, trailing by 14 points to 0. And Saints penalised there for not playing the ball, is it? Well, Shane Cooper, he's having a word with the referee Whitfield. He's mouthing, I think, is the indication. But obviously getting no joy from referee Whitfield, man. It won't bother him, will he? He just laps it up. But it's Stedman, he's positioned the ball, he's going to kick it over to our commentary position. Finds touch just outside the 25-yard area. Not making many fans on the Saints side, is referee Whitfield today. Loose ball, Bateman comes up with it. Out to Quirk, he does well. Oh, tremendous from Quirk. Did well, Bateman released it quickly and Quirk nearly forced him to touch. Saints back on the charge, you'll have to move it quickly along the line. Frodsham sees the gap. Back to Haggerty, the ball went back and look at Haggerty, thread through, onto Divine. Well, Sampson going in there rather aggressively as Joyner had held him. But it's Saints on the charge now. Cooper, short ball to George Mann. Quick play the ball, Cooper again, moving it infield. Haggerty, Farber on the opposite diagonal. But it's bundled to ground, Ward again and Beardmore. George Mann, Saints move it right, along the line. Divine, somebody will have to straighten. Oh, yes, oh, Frodsham. Yes, he's in. Haggerty there, he juggled with it and then slipped it out as only Roy Haggerty can do to Tommy Frodsham, and Saints going for the first points of the afternoon. Perhaps a little bit fortunate, but you certainly need a bit of luck in this game. And it's Haggerty there, he's looked good value this afternoon. He's threaded his way through the Castleford forwards and their defence. Both Tommy Frodsham and Roy Haggerty, tremendous sidestep. And in the 34th minute, Haggerty there went through, slipped a lovely ball to Tommy Frodsham. He juggled with it and finally touched down just to the left of the sticks. Tommy Frodsham's 7th try of the season, and Paul Loughlin will have no problem just banging this between the sticks. There it goes. So Paul Loughlin bangs it over. His 127th goal of the season reduces the deficit to 14 points to 6, and at least Saints have got points on the board 5 minutes before half-time. So Castleford to kick off, and just let's hope Saints can sweep upfield and get another try and goals on the board before the half-time interval. The game kicked off about 10 minutes late due to the police not allowing the game to start until all the crowd on the outside to save a surge on the gates had got in. But it's Stedman, kicks off. Alan Hunt gathers it safely, comes infield. Keith England but comes in for the tackle, but Hunt just brushes him to one side. But he's brought down 10 yards short of his own line, centre field. Beavers moves in at dummy half. On to Farber, straight runner, drives it up. Groves out to Bateman now. Slips it out to Sean Divine. Oh, Divine loses the ball, and Stedman gratefully accepts it. Puts Castleford back on the charge. Batty, is it from acting half-back? Well, threading his way through his Batty. Mann and Cooper finally bring him to ground. Sean Irwin at dummy half, and the ball's kicked through. It's a hook back. That's no doubt Shane Cooper there. On to George Mann. Well, one-handed run there from George Mann, and I thought it looked a bit high in the tackle. It looked like a forearm jab there from the Castleford man onto George Mann, but he just kept going. I mean, blokes have been sent off for less than that, haven't they? Old Courier, he's got 8 matches ban, and all he did was a shoulder charge, but that was a forearm smash. Is it George Mann he's speaking to? Well, that surprises me. George Mann there on the receiving end of it, and he's going to be penalised. Well, pick the bones out of that. Well, he's saying that George Mann's got him with a forearm jab. Right, George. Not much difference, is there? White, amber and black, and red and white, but isn't it any wonder how they question these officials' eyesight and parentage? But Castleford awarded the penalty just about 3 minutes before the half-time hooter. 14 points to 6, Castleford in the lead, and a chance for Stedman. He's been spot on with his kicking this afternoon. 3 out of 3 to extend Castleford's lead to a 10 points by virtue of a 16 points to 6 lead. That's if he's successful. Stedman there comes up, strikes the ball. Well, it's not going to go between the uprights. Divine takes it. Moves over to the right, gives it to Alan Hunt. He'll have to come in. Well, what about that for a head tackle? Well, he's not even managed to pick that up, has he, referee Whitfield? Well, can you wave arm up? He's saying to Hunt, head up and play the ball. So, there's no down for us this afternoon. Sean Devine. Cooper. Inside ball to George Mann. Out to Gary Connolly. Brings it up to the 25. Just scampers outside his own 25-yard line. Saints move it crossfield. Tommy Frodsham. Andy Bateman. Good ball onto Farber. Well, Buffer as he's known to his friends, and I suppose there's a tail to that name, isn't there? Cooper. Short ball. Frodsham. But it's loose. And it's Batty that comes up with it. Plange. I think it looks as though he tried to kick it through, but Batty had it. It's on to England now. Tries to turn in the tackle and feed it back to French. But it's Beardmore. That's acting half-back. Castleford in the lead, 14 points to 6. Just a couple of minutes before the half-time interval. Jeff Hardy brought to ground by Avivas and Cooper Tattle. But Stedman scampering away very quickly from acting half-back. Hardy at dummy half, trying to go on his own, bringing it cross-field. Saints tackling, they'll have to account. On to French. Sixth and final one. I wouldn't be surprised if Stedman didn't have a go for drop, to be quite honest. But it's on to Joyner. Castleford running it. On to Anderson. But offside, surely. Offside as Joyner picked it up. But change over rule. It was on the 6th tackle. Well, cries from offside underneath us. So it's certainly, well, there's the half-time hooter. So at half-time, Castleford running in by 14 points to 6. Tries from Castleford from Batty and Sampson, both converted by Stedman. Then a Stedman 27th minute penalty goal, 14 points to 0 up, and then Tommy Frodsham there going in for a try after some sterling work by himself and Roy Haggerty in the build-up. That was converted by Paul Loughlin. So at half-time here at Weldon Road, the score is 14 points to 6 in favour of Castleford. Back with you for the second half of the Stones with the League Championship clash. Castleford leading at half-time by 14 points to 6. Just the one substitution for Castleford in the first half. Keith England coming on to replace Grant Anderson. No substitutes for the Saints at present. 40 minutes to go. Saints trailing by 14 points to 6. Stedman to get things underway. Roy Haggerty gathers it. Goes to ground as the Castleford attack comes up very quickly. Frodsham inside ball to Bateman. Inside to Farber now from Tommy Frodsham. Well, Frodsham and Haggerty have looked dangerous, but Saints with very few excursions into the opposition's 25. Cooper kicks it through. Divine's on the chase. Has he won it? Oh, St. John Ellis. Obviously a planned tactical move by Saints Kiwi coach Mike McClellan. Shane Cooper, Saints captain, putting it into operation. George Mann comes up with a terrific tackle, forcing the Castleford man back. Keith England it is, the ball's loose. It's gone back to a Castleford pair of hands, it's loose again. Well, it's touched the Saints player this time as the tackle count is waved clean. Joyner attacking half-back, on to England, drives it up centre field, releases it to Batty. Gives the dummy, but Haggerty comes in for the tackle, but it's Paul Loughlin that finally completes the tackle. Beardmore, Saints move up very quickly. Castleford moving crossfield, not making much forward progress. Bateman and Frodsham in at the tackle there, and it's now with French. Tries to straighten it up. Groves clamps him, and the ball. Steadman, positional kicking upfield. It's not going to find touch. Is it going to run dead? It does. As Jeff Hardy comes up for Saints to restart with a tap from the centre of the 25. Groves gets things underway. On to George Mann. Shoulder charge into the Castleford defence. Ward finally gets off George Mann and Saints get underway. Haggerty releases it there. Good ball to Bateman, inside to Loughlin. Still striding up to the halfway, Loughlin, international centre, three-quarter. Cooper inside to Groves, on to Devine, short ball to Bateman. It's a front, Loughlin. Les Quirk. I think it did just touch his fingers. He just knocked on, but Saints spreading it quickly there. It missed Tommy Frodsham, Paul Loughlin gathered up the spoils, and then he lofted it out, and it just touched Les Quirk's fingers. The first scrum of the second half. Castleford feed. Castleford come up with possession, break quickly. Connolly comes in, closes it down. Keith England. Beardmore at dummy half. On to Ward. Works the loop movement with Beardmore, and Farber comes in and crunches him, bangs him to the ground. Takes his time getting up. French. Lofted ball there to Hardy. Short ball. Yes, a good play on to Hardy again. Good play from Castleford as he sweeps 35 yards upfield. Putting the pressure on the Saints now. Tackling will have to be paramount. It's on to Ward, on to French, along the line. Batty, straightening up. Farber clamps him, George Mann round the bottom. On to Joyner, sixth and final tackle. On to Hunt, Flange moves infield. Driving for the line is Flange, but he's going to be held up. He releases it to Sampson. Well, he did well to get that ball out. And Sampson there backing up again. And he comes up with two tries. The second try there for Sampson. That's good backing up. But Flange there, it was on the sixth tackle, and he manages to release it. It looks as though Saints were trying to take Flange over the line, hold him up on his back, but he released it to Dean Sampson backing up, and it extends Castleford's lead by another 4 points. Now, as I said before, it's Roy Haggerty's testimonial year. He's got a Haggerty hotline on the phone. You can listen to Roy's views on rugby league and general rugby memorabilia and all sorts of things you can hear on Roy's line. There's competitions and what have you. Don't forget to listen to that number. It's 0898 338387. As Steadman pops over the conversion. And that extends Castleford's lead to 20 points to 6. After Saints looking good in the early minutes, but Castleford hitting back very quickly, driving upfield, and on the 4th minute of the second half, Sampson went over from short range for a try. Ward breaks out to the first line of defence. Finally brought down by Bateman and Farber. On to England. Mann and Cooper clamp him. Saints urged back onside by referee Whitfield as Beardmore scampers through from acting half-back. Short ball to Joyner. Releases it to Sampson. Castleford move upfield. A good 25-yard burst. and they're moving it quickly to the right. Steadman, short ball to Hardy, he juggles with it, but he's got it. On to St. John Ellis on the far side. He's forced into touch, yes. Well, referee Whitfield on the far side, what has he indicated? The touch judge there with his flag up. Sometimes you can get penalised if the referee has shouted held for forcing the man into touch, but a good movement from Castleford. They finish off there, St. John Ellis being forced into touch on the far side. The scrum down, Saints feed, Sean Devine to feed. Scrum's going one each so far in the second half, and just over 6 minutes of play has gone. Castleford with more points on the board. George Mann, block busting through, breaks out to the first line, but finally bundled down. And Saints now, they've 80 yards to go. Bateman breaking through, onto Frodsham, looking for bodies now. Oh, unfortunately Saints overrun it. Hardy comes up with it. He's going for the line, but Devine has him. Hunt comes back. Devine pulls off a tremendous tackle, but Castleford are back on the charge. After Saints breaking through, they had an overlap from the right, but the men, the ball was just passed back and it overran the Saints players. It's Castleford back on the charge now. The luck just not going the Saints way. Well, it is now. Ward's just knocked on. Saints making a substitution, a double substitution, with both half-backs being replaced, and Mark Bourneville and Mark Bailey coming on. So Mark Bailey and Mark Bourneville will be brought on for the half-backs of Frodsham and Devine. So reshuffling the Saints ranks, and Castleford come up with possession, move it quickly to the right. Slarder being forced back there, solid Saints tackling, but Castleford with the tails up, 20 points to 6 in the lead. Castleford moving up perilously close to the Saints line. Being more attacking half-back, trying to scamper through, looking for runners. Is it Ward? Tom to Sampson again. Well, he's over again. Hat-trick for this man, and all he's done is back up. There's Dean Sampson going over for a hat-trick. Beardmore started him off close to the line. Ward come through on a run. He held the ball high and Sampson came through. Ward released it and he just had to fall over the line again. 24 points to 6. And Saints on the end of a severe drubbing. Not the ideal build-up for this Saturday's semi-final at the Challenge Cup against the old Pie Eaters at Old Trafford. They were just leading 21 points to 14 with about 4 minutes to go. I don't know the final score, but Steadman, they shouldn't have any problem here banging this over. So Saints feeling the full sting of this Castleford play this afternoon. Steadman strikes it well, right between the uprights. 26 points to 6 to score. 20-point cushion for Castleford, and it's definitely an uphill battle now for the Saints. 30 minutes of play remaining and 20 points in arrears. It's Paul Loughlin to kick off. Kicks it deep. St. John Ellis stops it with his foot. Gathers it safely. Gallops up to the 25. And it's just inside their own 25 now. On to Sampson. Three-try hero Sampson. Mark Bourneville in. Only his second game for the Saints, and his first only lasted 4 minutes because it was abandoned at Nosey Road on Wednesday evening. But there you are, when the luck's with you. Ward passes it out. Batty juggles with it, manages to regather it. And Castleford still on the charge. French, positional kicking. Gary Connolly, can he cut it off? Yes, the ball bounces in field. Connolly gathers it safely. Beats the first line of defence well as he went down there. Beardmore came in, completed the tackle. And to Mark Bourneville now, centre field. Plays either wing or second row. Big lad, Kiwi. Well, certainly being obstructed there. Yes, I should think so as well, referee Whitfield. The Castleford man very slow getting up. Saints awarded the penalty. Unfortunately, it's at the wrong end of the field, and Paul Loughlin kicking over here to our commentary position. Well, it doesn't find touch. David Plange gathers it. Hunt and Beavers come in and sandwich him. But it's Castleford back on the charge. England. Beavers brings off the tackle. Groves goes in, hopefully to release the ball. But it's on to Ward. Castleford with the tails up, Saints having to do a hell of a lot of defending. Samson. These Castleford forwards are running really strong this afternoon. Samson, Ward and substitute England. French rubbers it through. Connolly can't take it cleanly. Puts further pressure on the Saints there. It's going to be a Castleford feed from this scrum. Already 2-1 in the scrums so far in this second half. 12 minutes of play gone. French feeds. Castleford comes up with possession. Brings it blindside, but Cooper closes him down. Joyner attacking half-back. Plange going in field. He gets the ball now. Ducks under Farber's tackle and he's brought down just short, only about 3 or 4 yards short. On to Stedman. Lofted ball. Inside ball there to Sean Irwin. Can't get it underway, temporarily forced back, but it's Stedman again, on to England. Beardmore brings it back in field. Stedman tries to kick it through, but Beavers gathers it, on to Roy Haggerty. Saints with a break now, on to Mark Bailey. Inside ball to Alan Hunt. On to Shane Cooper, Beavers is there as well. Beavers has to take the tackle. Some enthusiastic tackling there from Castleford as they move in. Haggerty now. Inside to Farber. Flicks it back to Groves. Gives the dummy. Tries to straighten it up. But solid tackling again. Castleford with the tails up, as I said. 26 points to 6. But they're penalised there for wrenching the ball from Paul Groves' hands as he tries to get up very quickly to play it. Paul Loughlin relieves the pressure for the Saints. Finds touch this time on the Castleford 25. Certainly an uphill battle, and just see if Saints can get back in the stride. 13 minutes of the second half gone. Bateman. On to Cooper, along the line, George Mann. Releases it back to Cooper, on to Connolly, linking up as the extra man. Throws it out to Loughlin, Saints throwing it about a bit. There's Loughlin threading his way through, on to Haggerty now. Reverse pass, Quirk tidies it up. Castleford finally bring him down. Whether that's the tackle count wave clean or he's just urging Castleford back on side, I don't know. But it's George Mann, short ball to Bourneville. Pens one off onto Mark Bailey. Bailey going for the corner. Well, the head tackle there from Plange, but the game allowed to go on. Well, a knock-on being ruled. Surely a wrong decision again. The ball looks as though it came back. But Bourneville there, he picked it up, he got it quickly. Mark Bailey brought down by a head-high tackle from David Plange. Also going unnoticed, but the ball came back, in my opinion. And referee Whitfield orders a scrum as he considers the ball had been knocked on. French feeds. Cooper closes him down, tries to force him back over his in-goal area. French very slow getting to his feet. David Plange. George Mann knocks him to the ground and then falls on him with Roy Haggerty. Saints will have to force Castleford back if they can. Not very often that they've been held in their own 25. Moving upfield very quickly. But it's England now. George Mann and Phil Beavers bring him down centre field. Beardmore at dummy half. The ball back for the kick-up field. Stedman it is. Boots it up centre field. Sits up nice for Gary Connolly. On to Les Quirk. French comes in and brings him down. Jeff Hardy comes in just to make sure. But solid tackling. That's where Castleford have capitalised. Their tackling's been firm. Unfortunately, Saints tackling has left a lot to be desired this afternoon. These Castleford forwards have been running really hard. On to Cooper. Inside ball to Bourneville. Releases it now. Well, knocked forward. But Castleford come up with the spoils. The luck just not going Saints' way. On to Keith England now. Centre field. Bourneville tackles him. Been playing in France, this Bourneville. Looking for a contract, and with him being a friend of Mike McClellan. He's also coached Mark Bourneville whilst in New Zealand, and I think that influenced his decision to join the Saints. Hardy comes in field, pushes off Shane Cooper, chips it forward. Loughlin picks it up, drives down the main stand touch, but he feeds it inside, and Les Quirk picks it up. Just over 16 minutes gone, 26 points to 6 to score in Castleford's favour. Saints at the wrong end of the scoreline and at the wrong end of the ground as well. Castleford pegging the Saints in their own 25. On to George Mann, lofted ball to Beavers. Planche comes in and completes the tackle. Quick hands was the order of the day, but Beavers couldn't let it go any quicker. On to Alan Hunt now, let's see what he can do. Hurrying down this wing. Well, forced into touch right in front of us, but he took him on there, Alan Hunt. But a super tackle there from Graham Steadman. St John Ellis came across field and Steadman pulled off a tremendous tackle. The big lad, Alan Hunt, but he had to take the tackle. French to feed, scrum down just inside the Castleford half. 5-1 the scrum count for Castleford in this second half. Sean Irwin on the far side. Castleford breaking quickly from acting half-back. Mark Bailey and Mark Bourneville, both substitutes, just come on for the Saints, come in at the tackle. They're in again there on Beardmore. But it's Batty, attacks in half-back, feeds it to French. Looking for the chink in the Saints' armour. Sixth and final tackle signified. Castleford will loft it in the air, but it's French very slow getting to his feet. Castleford run it onto Larder, take it blindside, feed it inside, short ball again. There's a couple of forward passes in that movement. Onto, well, it's back in a pair of Saints' hands now. Play's allowed to go on, only got to tackle the man, and it's the changeover. Oh, it's been rude. It's touching a Saints player. Didn't know they had touched it on the far side. Well, Castleford trying to drive forward from the play of the ball, but he's forced into touch right in the corner. The referee Whitfield will bring them back in 5 yards in field. A scrum to be formed with a Saints feed. A tremendous performance from Dean Sampson this afternoon, in as much as he's been backing up. He's been driving forward well, he's been backing up well, and he's been rewarded with 3 tries. The Saints win that scrum, bring it across the face of the posts, but the Castleford defence holding firm. They definitely had the rub of the green this afternoon. Unfortunately, the luck just deserting the Saints this afternoon. Groves from acting halfback. Castleford moving up exceptionally quickly. Cooper out to George Mann, dummies inside onto Vivers. Has to take the tackle. Keith England forcing back, the ball's released, but Bourneville comes up with it. Drives forward very well in these few minutes that Bourneville showed, but referee Whitfield wipes the tackle count clean. Barber breaks out of the tackle there. It's Loughlin attacking halfback onto Cooper, back to Loughlin. George Mann moves it out to Loughlin again. 25-yard movement upfield from the Saints. Very few running chances for the Saints. Cooper chips it through. High ball for Larder. George Mann follows it. Just being forced out by loose forward Joyner. Just couldn't think of his name there. But the ball kicked directly into touch on the far side by the Castleford man. Larder it was. He tried to chip it through. He took the ball cleanly from Shane Cooper's chip through. But it's Saints to feed. Cooper taking over the scrum half duties. Saints come up with possession. Move it quickly. Connolly breaks the Castleford defence. Wrench to the ground there. I think it's Stedman. Yes, it was Stedman. Haggerty up centre field. Referee Whitfield moves in. Castleford urge back on side. Groves trying to scamper through. On to Cooper. Avivas now. Hunt will have to come in field. He does so. Breaking through centre field is Alan Hunt. Still going hands and knees and up to the Castleford 25. Good run from this lad. There was word buzzing round Nosey Road on Wednesday that he'd been dropped from the side to meet Warrington. Cooper chips it through. Beavers. Can he win the chase? Kicks it inside, yes. Mark Bailey, is it? Mark Bailey touches down. The ball was chipped through. Beavers chips it through. There was Cooper and Bailey there. And Bailey is accredited with the try. The Saints pull 4 points back. Mark Bailey goes in there. His 9th try of the season. Saints spread it quickly. Cooper, the instigator. And as I said, the ball was spread to the right from centre field. Onto Beavers. He chipped it through, and Cooper and Beavers chipped it on. And Bailey and Cooper there into the touchdown, and Bailey just got his fingers to it. 26-10. Saints in double figures. And a chance for Paul Loughlin. He's going to kick one this afternoon. The only solitary Tom Frodsham try converted by Loughlin just 6 minutes before the half-time interval. And when I looked in the people this morning and I saw that Robbie had tipped Castleford to win this afternoon, I thought, well, that's a good omen, that for us winning, but it's just not gone our way. 26 points to 10 at present. Loughlin hoping to add the extra 2 points on. Is it going to come in? Yes, it's coming in, that. There's no danger about that. A superb flighted ball from Paul Loughlin. That leaves the score at Castleford 26, Saints 12. 17 minutes of time remaining in this second half. Castleford hitting back in the second half very early. Tries from Samson in the 4th and 8th minute. Well, unfortunately there, Paul Farmer knocking on right in front of the sticks. He holds his head down. Well, if it's just not running for you, it's not, is it? And that's all there is to it. And you can't do anything about it. Castleford to feed, French feeds. Cass come up with a scrum, French breaks quickly. Spreads the ball to Stedman, inside ball to Sean Irwin. But it's French again, attacking half-back. Getting Castleford, they're running well, it's on to Keith England, he's driving up to the line. Saints defence holds firm once again, but no doubt Castleford, they spread it out quickly to the left. As they are, French along the line, Stedman. Lofted ball there to Hardy. On to Plange, but Hunt has him. Super tackle by Beavers and Alan Hunt there. But Plange is there, he's kicking, there's nobody older him and he's kicking away. He finally gets up and the ball there with Hardy. Drives it up. Cooper and Haggerty bring him to ground. Beardmore on to Ward. He brings it centre field. Well, the ball's loose, but it's gone back onto French. Short ball there to Irwin. On the far side to St. John Ellis. He's jinking back inside. Bourneville came in for the tackle. It shook it out of Ward's hands and well, an offside decision there. Instinctive reaction from the Saints player. Obviously, Castleford kicked it through. He kept it low with the idea of hitting a Saints player and hoping to get a rebound. He did, and Paul Groves picked it up. I think it hit Paul Farber. It came back, and Paul Groves picked it up. He was offside, and that's going to constitute a penalty to Castleford in a perfectly kickable position right in front of the sticks. Instinctive reaction, and what can you do? As I've said, the looks deserted you. That's just how it goes. for Stedman now. About 12 yards out, right in front of the sticks. Goes up, strikes it well. 28 points to 12. 16 point cushion there. 14 minutes of play remaining. Certainly within the Saints' capabilities, but unfortunately we just can't see it coming, can you? And Mike McClellan, Shane Cooper and co, they'll have to lift the Saints side before this Saturday's Challenge Cup semi-final tie at Old Trafford. It's going to be a hard job, but it's just how it goes on the day. And we'll just see how it is on Saturday. Well, England striding up centre field. Broke out of about 3 or 4 Saints tackles there. Brings the ball up to 10 yards short of the halfway. Beardmore attacked in half. Back on to Sampson. 3 tries this afternoon for Sampson. Bailey brings him down. Beardmore feeds it right again. It's England. He's running hard. Bolville clamps him round the top as Groves gets him round the legs. Joyner. Short ball there. Bassey, I think it is, on the far side. Beardmore again. Castleford along the line. Stedman straightening it up. He lost possession, but it did come back. Referee Whitfield waves the tackle count clean. Another 6 for Castleford to move upfield. Beardmore again. On to Ward. Riding up centre field. Cooper stops him, and then Bailey and Bone will come in to complete the tackle. On to French. Trying to sidestep through. Sampson's there again, but French doesn't release it to him this time. Joyner. Working the loop movement there with Beardmore. 6th and final tackle. Will he ever go for a drop goal just to put the pressure on? Well, it's going to be a changeover. French knocks on. Took his eye off the ball, and the 6th tackle. Groves on to Haggerty. Short ball there to Loughlin. Into space. Quirk's with him. Out to Quirk. Is it going to be a run-in? He's being chased by Stedman, but Quirk, yes. Stedman just taps his ankles, but Quirk goes in. A superb try from a quick break from the changeover by the Saints. Well, Gary French there, he took his eye off the ball. He knocked on, it was on the 6th tackle. In the Saints 25, the Saints played it quickly, it went to Paul Loughlin. He had Quirk on his outside and Stedman chased him. I think he just managed to tap his ankles to save Les Quirk coming in field. But he took it well. Pulls another 4 points back for the Saints. 28-16. 28-18 if Paul Loughlin can slot this between the sticks. 10 minutes of play remaining. There's Loughlin there. Just inside the 25. About 15 yards in from the touchline. Yes, right between the uprights. A bit of heart from the Saints there. 10 points in arrears, 10 minutes of play remaining. Come on, you Saints, let's see what you can do. The Saints faithful get behind them all round the ground. Come on, you Saints, they say. And they'll have tremendous vocal applause on Saturday at Old Trafford. Castleford very slow in getting to the centre spot to a kick-off. Receiving the boos from the Partisan Saints faithful. And Stedman kicks off, kicks it deep. Les Quirk just knocks it in field with his foot. Gathers it safely. Well, he's off again, Quirk. He's on a run. He's into space. Bateman's with him. He fends one off. He's still going, he's Les Quirk. Well, 55-yard run upfield there from Les Quirk. Castleford penalised, not allowing Quirk to get up quickly to play the ball. And Saints with the tails up now. The ball will be in Paul Loughlin's hands. He's going to kick for touch further yardage. Putting pressure on Castleford. Let's hope the bubbles burst. 15 yards from the Castleford line. Saints with 6 tackles to make it count. Bateman now. Bang down, shoulder charge there, Beardmore, but it's Groves, feeds it to Cooper, on to Boneville, what can he do? Releases it now to Mark Bailey. Well, the ball's knocked forward. He turned inside, it looks as though he's coming to George Mann, but French moved in very quickly there, and he could have easily intercepted it, but the ball went to ground. The scrum down, it's a Saints feed. Cooper to feed, and hopefully another 6 tackles for the Saints to make it count. Cooper comes up with possession. Castleford move round very quickly. John Joyner breaks and closes Cooper down. Groves trying to scamper through. Loughlin now takes up the action half-back position. On to Cooper, Haggerty. It's forced back further 5 yards by some solid Castleford tackling. George Mann feeds it inside, Cooper again, looking for the gap, tried to give the dummy, but Castleford don't take it. And it's Saints to play it now. Bourneville from action half-back, scampering through. 10 yards short of the Castleford line now. Groves, loop movement there. Groves, George Mann, yes, Beavers, out, it's on the far side. To try for the Saints. Just can't pick out who scored it. It's Andy Bateman. Yes, Andy Bateman goes in there, good backing up there from the Saints, and Bateman goes in. The 32nd minute. The 32nd minute of the second half. A Bateman try there after some sustained pressure from the Saints. We've been in the Castleford 25 there in the last, 5 or 10 minutes, more than we've been through all the rest of the game. 28 points to 22 now. Just one try separating the teams when Loughlin converts this, is it? Oh, a superb kick from Loughlin. What a rasper. Floated it well, and it went right between the uprights. 28 points to the Saints. 28 points to Castleford, just getting carried away there. 24 points to the Saints. 4 points separating the teams. 7 minutes of play remaining, and Saints hitting back in good style. Stedman kicks off. Saints will just have to make sure that no fancy stuff. Quirk gathers the ball in his in-goal area, brings it up 15 yards. And Haggerty trying to bring it to blind side. Solid Castleford tackling. Certainly a nail biter, there's no danger after all. Look lost at 26 points to 6. What's it? Sitting back in good style. George Mann breaks through the defence, looking for support. And Saints got the bit between the teeth now. Groves out to Cooper. Mark Bailey, Paul Loughlin. Hardy in there with French. Bailey breaks, inside ball to Farber. Looking to release in the tackle, but it must have been well clamped by England and French. 6th and final tackle now. Saints are going to run it. On to George Mann. With the ball going directly into touch. It'll be the changeover, I think. On the far side. The Saints just losing the way there. George Mann tried to get him underway. It's Castleford. Rare touch that they've had for the last few minutes. Solid tackling. Saints move up very quickly. George Mann in the thick of it again. 28 points to 24. Just over 5 minutes remaining. Saints moving up very quickly, just as Castleford have done all the match. George Mann there, in onto Kevin Ward, Shane Cooper and Groves, but he's finally wrestled to the ground. Big forward this Ward, Great Britain international Pac-Man. Beardmore, on to Joyner. Just have to make sure the tackles count, clamp the man with the ball, make sure he can't release it. That's how 3 of Castleford's strides have come from Samson, all by releasing the ball at short range. Stedman chips it through. Is he going to go touching goal? No, it just finds touch. Is it? Yes, it was touching goal. I thought it just bounced in touch in the field of play, but Saints restart from the 25. Bateman, short ball from Groves. The Saints faithful get behind them now. Haggerty, reverse pass to Bateman. Saints with the ball, centre field, 10 yards outside, 10 yards inside their own half, I should say. Bourneville breaking through, feeds it inside. Can Saints come up with yes, Bailey onto Cooper. Flicks it there to Bateman, quick hands, but it's knocked down by Castleford. It's going to be a knock on. Yes, a knock on is rule. Saints, quick hands was the order of the day. Saints tried to spread it quickly across field, across the line. But unfortunately for, if you're a Saints spectator, obviously, the ball being knocked down and going to ground. Scrum down, Shane Cooper to feed. Saints come up with possession. Beavers has to take the tackle. Can Saints do it now? Just less than 4 minutes. Haggerty loses his footing, goes down in possession. 28 points to 24. Groves, Cooper along the line, George Mann. Well, it's going to be a knock-on again, surely. Touched the Castleford man and went that way. Yes, knock-on rule by referee Whitfield. Correct decision. Scrum down with the Saints speed. All we want is a quick break from these speedy Saints backs. And we're in business, aren't we? Cooper to feed. Well, one against the head. Just at the time when we need possession. John Joyner at dummy half. Castleford playing the old soldier, getting up very slowly to the feet. England now. But Saints forcing Castleford back. Well, England is struck out there at Shane Cooper. And Castleford still in possession. Saints will have to watch not to give any offside infringement so close to their own line, because no doubt Castleford will accept the 2 points gracefully. Sampson from acting halfback, trying to scamper through. Sixth and final tackle now. Will they ever go for drop goal? Stedman's here just on the left. No, but it's going to Larder. He's driving it upfield. It's on the sixth tackle. St John Ellis. The ball fed inside to Irwin, but he stepped into touch. It's going to be a changeover. The ball went into touch. The referee Whitfield indicates a changeover. Saints unfortunately at the wrong end of the field. 2 minutes now of play remaining. Haggerty, he'll have to take the tackle. You've got to be careful throwing it out near your own line. Got a pulsating game as Cooper breaks down the blind side. As I said before, it's all looked lost after 8 minutes into the second half, with Saints with a 26 points to 6 deficit. But Castleford have wrenched the ball from the Saints' hands. St John Ellis, is it trying to come cross field? George Mann completes the tackle. Castleford now. Corber moves up quickly, forces his man back. Forced him to the ground, but he flicks it up to Kevin Ward. These forwards near the line of Ward, Sampson and England. So it's Castleford in possession. 8 yards short of the Saints line. Beardmore attacking halfback. He's going to bring it left. Joyner went to feed it inside, but it's onto Sampson, onto French. Sees the gap looming. The tackle's there, but the ball's been able to be released. The Castleford man is forced back. Sixth and final tackle now, and Saints having to do some tremendous defending there. Well, Castleford scampered through. That will relieve the pressure, won't it? But Saints at the wrong end of the ground. I don't know who scored. Just can't make out. But he's, I don't know whether it's the full-back. Larder looks like the full-back, receiving the plaudits of his of the crowd and the congratulations of his teammates. I think that's well, that's certain now. That's sealed the two valuable league points for Castleford this afternoon. But what a fight back from the Saints, eh? So Larder with the try, Stedman with just a formality right in front of the sticks. That will bring the 10-point cushion back to Castleford, and I don't think we'll have time to kick off before the final hooter goes. Stedman bangs it well, there's the hooter now. As I said before, the game could be restarted, but a good win for Castleford. But oh, what it could have been Saints going into a 14-point-0 lead after 27 minutes of the first half. Then Tommy Frodsham just pulled a try back in the 34th minute. 14-6 at half-time. And then when Saints looked quite sharp in the opening 2 or 3 minutes, and then Castleford hit back with 2 tries in 4 minutes from Samson, both converted by Steadman, and it was 26 points to 6, and it was an uphill battle for the Saints. Then Mark Bailey and Mark Bourneville came on as substitutes for the Saints, and Bailey got a try in the far bottom right-hand corner, converted by Loughlin. Then Steadman got a penalty goal, and then 3 tries, another 2 tries, I beg your pardon, from the Saints, one from Les Quirk, one from Andy Bateman, both converted by Loughlin. It brought it back to 28 points to 24. And then just in the final dying seconds, Ladder going over at short range. So the final score here at Weldon Road, Castleford, is Castleford 34, Saints 24. But that second half revival must give the Saints a bit of a boost, and we hope to all be there with vocal support at Old Trafford on Saturday in the semi-final tie when the Saints play Wigan. Thanks once again for joining us on behalf of BSN, Broadcast Sport News. Myself, Ron Hoof, bid you farewell, and just hope that we can just do that little bit better at Old Trafford this Saturday.